Chair.
Hey,
Hi,
MJ.
Bea.
I always ask you if you want smoothie first.
Oh, I would love one. And then Jolie brings a bolster.
Yeah. But she's not here, so I'm gonna
So
grab your legs.
Yeah, she'll grab my legs and just slowly take them up into her body, a nice, good, solid, protected spine position. And then at the first, degree of movement, you just start with little circles.
Yeah, sorry. I'm stronger this side.
And if you can't see, you can always move around, you guys. So it would just be little circles. And again, now I'll just say one thing. The reason why we have this position is for most of your clients, neutral spine is going to be here in this chair type position for a couple different reasons. Partially because of the tightness in their hamstrings, and also, a few reasons. But my spasticity would kick in if my legs went out to 65 degrees. 90 degrees is really safe. Getting past 90 starts to pull on those lordotic muscles and the hamstring line, and boom, they're going to shoot, and it's not comfortable, it's painful. So we start off in 90, and then we start to expand and extend the circle out. So we would do this for a few minutes, start small, you can go big and big and big, and then she would get really into it. Now look at her body. She's actually doing her yoga in the morning. And every caregiver I've had in the last 10 years loves this once I teach it to them, because they get their morning routine too. And then they see how good it is for my body, because I don't have to take, it helps so much. Gets through those layers of, inertia in the muscles and the stagnantness.
What about if the legs are just so contracted though?
Yeah, so for your CP clients that have that really stiff, kind of almost tuber style to their, you'd never be able to do that initially, but you could start slowly. Yeah. Now, can she bend her legs at all?
No.
Okay. So what we would want to look at there is starting down at the ankles with her legs all the way out. So think of the joint that's most accessible to you that can move, and work your way back up. Yeah.
I miss doing this.
And, I can get into all sorts of great stuff here, but we won't go too far. So then we would do single legs. So I would take one leg, I'd put a roll under my knee. Whenever you're doing, a lot of, if the knee's flexed, you want to protect that knee joint, especially in your client as it can't feel. So that's going under there. And your hips are the tightest area on a wheelchair person. Hips in the lower back. So Cherry makes a little tower, a little base of support for herself. And then you might want to take a picture, because the placement of the hand is going to be key for the hip rotation. So here, I'm going to flip this over to the other side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So what I do in this position is I flatten my hands under here. So I use this as physio for my hands. So I can actually stretch my fingers right out on this roll, and the pressure down on the hand ignites that deep back line, and my triceps are firing right now. So, and I do this with this arm. So I do my rotations out here, and she's going to work on the hip. Now notice that the foot is in flexion, that she's cradling the arm, so to speak, and just stirring the pot. Now you want to be careful, because you don't, in your clients that don't have sensation, you don't know how far to go there. So rule of thumb is once you reach a point of tension or tensegrity, you're just going to stay there. You're not going to push past that point. If the client has good awareness and you start to, have the capacity to, to work more and more with this, you might say, okay, start to push toward my hand. And I'll use the joint sound, which is ZJ. ZJ. So you guys can practice this too. We're going to do all this stuff once you get on your mat. So there's that, and then there's extension. Oh, sorry, we do dorsiflexion and ankle rotation here. So this is something that you could do. So you put her legs on a little bolster, hanging over the edge, and same thing. And then just try and do plantar to dorsiflexion for a while. A lot of massage in the lower Achilles would help. Yeah. A lot of patients like that, or sorry, clients, I find hot towels. I used hot towels for a long time and I couldn't bend my legs. And hot towels with a bit of castor oil would be really good for someone like Sarah.
Okay.
Castor oil on the skin, quite thick, and then just wrap a hot towel, not too hot obviously, but nicely warm around it, and that'll help too. So again, another tool in your toolkit. Massage, and then we go straight up into extensions. Now, if I was really mean, I would make Jerry do dorsiflexion here too, but it's hard.
You can try that.
So, and the way to do that is get behind the leg and support it. And I'm flexible. You wouldn't want to do this with Chris yet, obviously. But if I wasn't so flexible, go that way. Take your body that way toward the. So we can still get a really nice stretch in here and not be jeopardizing the back of the knee joint.
Can you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah. So will you when we get her down. So there's a spasm. So it's just like a wave. And you just have to kind of sit and wait. Okay, so there's that. And then I guess the last thing I'll show you is kind of how to move a person around on a mat. So say you've got a paralyzed body, and I know there's probably lots of great physio ways to do this. The way I do it, because I'm not a physio, and I need to move people around a lot, including myself, is, here, Jerry.
Are we going to use this?
Oh, we will in a second. Yeah, so we'll put the roll right under. Actually, we could use that to show them that. Let's do this one first, the cannonball one, just because if they have a, bunch of clients or whatever. So if your client can get into a nice little upside down child's pose tuck like this, which is also a good yoga pose here. Just FYI, this is great. It feels awesome. Just really gives my spine. Oh, and also this twist is really good here.
Oh, yeah.
We do this twist a lot. So on this twist, you want to make sure that your joints are stacked. So I don't do this twist with my knee back here and my pelvis, unsquare. I want to make sure I'm square here, sure my pelvis is stacked, and then I'm going to go into a really great, that's so good. Now, Cherry, being my friend, would come here and just give a little gentle pressure down the femur line toward the knee on the top, and I'm going to, this would be great. And you can do these without the legs totally bent. So I would have them out further, the legs down further, and I would support now. If that client couldn't get there, I would have a bolster up to here and have them doing this twist with their legs a bit less bent if they weren't as flexible. You know what I mean? Okay. So this little cannonball move, I'm going to just tuck and hold my arms in, and this also was great for tricep to develop them, because I got to contain my little core now. And then Cherry's going to grab me here, and we're going to just be pivoting me into a 45 degrees. So I'm going to come up, inhale, and then pivot. And then we've reorientated our client on the mat. And getting in and out of bed, this is so easy. Like your client's this way in a bed, you want to move them, you can spin them so easy this way. Okay, and then we would put the sling under, and I can wiggle side to side. She can get the sling in. And this is what you would do too with your clients, on the floor in a yoga practice. And then Cherry and I will show you again what Fiona and I showed you earlier, and that's sitting someone up that's paralyzed. So you want to hold the feet, take them out to a level where you can't have the knees too close if you're going to sit them up, nor do you want them too far because they're going to end up spasming. So there's a happy medium, and it's usually about an isosceles triangle, like a, 65, 45, whatever. You know what I mean, right? So then she's going to stand over top with her legs on my legs, because my legs would flop side to side. And then here's a really key thing, you guys. Don't grab like this. You know, that her body's not core sound, my body's not core sound. I can't engage my deep back line there. But if we think of alignment principles, I can now suck my elbows in, so can she. My thumbs are up, so are hers, and 1, 2, 3. And I pull up, and she just lets me kind of, she just uses that as an initiation. And then we slide the feet out, and then that climbs back up again. Now again, she's asked me, are you okay? Do you need support there? You know, what do you need? And then we would do the lift with the sling. So we have this handy little sling. So now my two volunteers, Fiona and Cherry, are going to come, and you're going to lift me back into my chair. And this sling will make it super easy.
No, it's okay right there.
Yeah. And always make sure the brakes are on the chair that you're going to. Any, you know, pads, things that are in the way, get them out of the way. Make sure your path is clear. The microphones are all tucked in. All right. So from this position, they're going to basically do the same lift, so it's still a quad lift, but now they've got a sling behind. So their front hand still goes under the knees, from the inside to the outside. That's really key.
So you back up, Fiona. I'll just go this way, okay?
Their back hand is going to wrap twice around the strap, often. That's
Ready?
kind of important. And then we're going to 1, 2, 3. And pluck. And then go to the feet first. Make sure the feet, again, the grounding point, are safe in there. And then up the body, flips, whatever you might need.